Greetings, sunshines and sunnies. It is I, Queen Scarlet, Pimp Sunkiss. Let's go ahead and hop into this spiritual body language oracle reading for all that concerns the mouth. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into. So we are kicking it off with the Hanged Woman, the Sun in reverse, and the King of Wands on the top row horizontally. And from left to right, it is giving self-love, 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 and also self-reflection. Reflection. And this is concerning relationships, specifically how you carry yourself in relationships, how you function in relationships, and also specifically on how you enable the negative behaviors of people that you have had relationships with. This is not saying that you are the cause of their behavior or it is their fault that they treat you badly or anything of that nature. It is just saying that there is some accountability that you have in how you have allowed people to treat you and the pattern that you have allowed to form in your relationships with people. And with that being said, there are some truths that are coming out, or there are some truths that have already came out, and or there are some truths that you have been knowing for a while, but you have successfully pushed them to the back of your head for a long time, and now it's getting to the point where it's bubbling to the surface inevitably, where you have no choice but to face it and deal with it. And that is why the Sun card is in reverse. The Sun card does not have any negative meaning. However, it is just getting into truths that you don't really want to face and that you don't really want to acknowledge. But once you allow yourself to acknowledge it and accept everything for what it is, that is where you will honestly start to release emotionally, spiritually, physically, and people that you have relationships with that you need to cut off. That's where you will really start to release all of that dead weight, and you will physically feel it in your body once you get to that point of accepting all the truth and accepting your truth and releasing your grasp on trying to convince everybody to see things and feel things and process things and handle things the way that you do or the way that you think they should, because some people just ain't got it. And you also have to get comfortable and acknowledge that everything that you think and feel like you know is not always right. And it may not be so much so as it's not right overall. It's a matter of some things are not one size fits all. What worked for you may not work for everybody. And what or how you learn a lesson is not exactly how the next person may be able to learn that same lesson. They may have to learn it in a specific, different type of way. Just be sure that you are speaking highly over yourself, even if nobody else is. But also be sure to hold yourself accountable and also be able to acknowledge when you may be projecting in a way where you are trying to convince yourself vicariously through other people, or trying to prove something to yourself vicariously through other people, or preaching something to yourself vicariously through other people. And then for others of you, it is a matter of, like I said, accepting your truth for what it is and accepting yourself for who you are in efforts to attract the soul family that you are meant to be a part of, and also your tribe that you are meant to be the natural leader of. And those are the people that will be able to take heed to the things that you say. They will be able to understand who and how you are in the way that you convey the things that you say and the way that you convey your guidance. But also these will be people that you are able to be guided by and that you will feel trust in as well, to be able to be led by them just as much as you are able to lead them. A mutually balanced relationship. Now we get into the bottom cards, okay? We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm getting from this specifically is that it is a lot of mindset issues, a lot of self-belief issues that have been coming up because stuck in being used to it's so easy to get accustomed to taking L's, but it's bad to get accustomed to taking L's because when your blessings and your wins are finally starting to come in, you so stuck in your mind about what you feel like you lost and everything that you made missteps in and whatnot. You are not able to recognize your blessings or even be able to manifest them in or attract them in properly because you are too busy in the frequency of loss. And this is also giving me that this particular dealing really affects with people who are resonating with this message in particular, really affects with your ability to make money and attract money and things of that nature. You attract money best, more, and at all in general when you are on a confident, happy, hopeful form of frequency. People who resonate with this particular card and this particular message that I'm spitting right now, your finances take a major hit when you start feeling hopeless and when you start questioning yourself and beating yourself up and self-loathing. Money really does not like you when you start self-loathing. And a way to get out of this and combat this is, okay, now we know what the quote unquote weakness is. Now we know what the flaw is. Okay? That, being in the frequency of dwelling and being in the frequency of loss. And this is not saying that you can't acknowledge your emotions or acknowledge your grief or acknowledge when you are not feeling how you want to feel. Definitely acknowledge that, but this is more so talking about the way that you handle those emotions and perhaps the way you prioritize the way and when you are reflecting, because when you spend too much time reflecting on negativity and trauma, when you spend too much time in that, it ends up becoming dwelling. And it gets and seeps, that energy gets and seeps into your functionality, which seeps into like the entire essence of your being. So a quick way that I'm getting right now that this can be combated is to start throwing yourself into things that you enjoy doing. Start risk taking after you've had after you figured out how to prioritize your hermit modes, of course. Start throwing yourself into new activities so that you can really get into a frequency of doing new things and enjoyment. And this will also open your mind, your body, and your spirit up to realizing even more things that you may enjoy doing. And your divine realm is putting this into play to help you evoke healing in your sacral chakra, where it concerns creativity, music, sensuality, sexuality, sex, dancing, your overall bodily agility and flexibility, and just, what I'm saying, feeling good in your body and yourself and as who you are. And this is consequently going to roll over into your heart chakra, your relationships, your self-love, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your divine realm, and like I said, your relationship with your body. And with that being said, we get into this Lover's card, which thank God it is right side up, okay? Which means that it is definitely looking up, and the anxiety and things that you are feeling are honestly majority in your head. It's coming from real experiences, but it's like the worst is over and the best is coming. Okay? The best is here and still to come, and it's a need for you to perhaps also do some type of Reiki healing. Also, if you can, seek therapy so that you can get some real psychological healing going on, because there is some type of PTSD that I'm picking up on as well, coming from trauma of, any sort. Whatever came up for you, go with it, take what resonates and leave the rest on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is to, like I said, help you bring in your soul tribe, but also help you bring in your soul mate. As a result, and coherently and in harmony with you getting a better relationship with yourself, getting a better relationship with your inner soul mate, your higher self, your divine self. Evolution. And to wrap this up, um, with all of that being said, I'm also getting that literally a lot of the things that you feel like you've lost out on were really that whole thing of, like, when people say that God will take what you think you want in order to bring in something much better. And a part of this reflection is for you to, like I said, reflect and realize how you limit yourself and how you have limited yourself in the past, how you have been limiting yourself, and also how you limit yourself in imagination, how you limit yourself in manifestation by your resistance to envision that you can make the impossible possible. It's a whole lot of things that you deserve and honestly that you are destined for, that in your heart and subconsciously you believe are impossible, and you believe you are not worthy of it, but it's meant for you to have. So that definitely goes back to what I said about it being a mindset thing, definitely going on here, and also a spiritual set, and like I said, a lot of trauma. And another way that is going to help to heal that trauma is for you to forgive yourself. And the more you commit to forgiving yourself, because it is a process, it's not just something that you wake up and say, oh, I forgive myself and now everything is good. It is a process. It is a process. It is something, it is a lifestyle. It is something that you have to do every day. Saying your affirmations, doing your Reiki healing, doing the things that help you heal and maintain a great sense and experience of well-being, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, and then it translates into your relationships and everything. But yeah, the more you forgive yourself, the easier it will become to forgive other people who have wronged you. And that is going to let up so much weight off of you. Some of you have been feeling like a lot of the things, a lot of the gifts, and definitely picking up that this is a lot of creators that will resonate with this particular message as well. But I'm also picking up on athletes, and dancers in particular, and also gymnasts of some sort, and perhaps yogi masters, and also strippers, exotic dancers, whatever you wish to refer to yourself as. But yeah, take what resonates and leave the rest on the floor. So it's given that the psychological wounds and the spiritual wounds that you've endured have translated into your creative gifts or the spiritual gifts that you've been given that are also conducive to your career and your life's passion and the different pieces of your life's purpose. And like I said, a lot of this is dealing with the sacral chakra, creativity, sex, relationships, sensuality, dance, all of that. And so as you've been trying to do and execute a lot of the things that you for so long, and as long as you can remember, you did so effortlessly excellent. And for a while, since you've been trying to do those same things, like you've been trying to dance, or you've been trying to play the sport that you play, or you've been trying to do whatever it is that your craft, whatever it is that your passion is, your gift, your talent, whatever would have you, lately, as you've been trying to do it, it's been coming off clunky or a little awkward, feeling not as wispy with it, not as crisp with it as you have always known yourself to be with it, or as other people have always known you to be with it. And a lot of that is because you are stuck in your head and you have been stuck on a loop of flashbacks and whew, struggling to cope with that psychological and spiritual trauma that you've gone through. And I had to say woo, because child, I can feel the energy as I'm doing the reading, and it is heavy, honey. It is heavy. So lastly, on the rebel card, you are giving your power away. You are badass. Act like it. And needless to say, the way that you are giving your power away is, like I said, you're going to realize even more so what it is for you individually when you reflect on the part that you play and allowing other people to hurt you, and maybe allowing people to hurt you over and over and over again, and ignoring red flags and appeasing and enabling bad behavior for whatever reason. So like I said, that is the way that you are giving your power away. And some of you need to block certain people. You need to clean your social media. You need to clean your social media followers, friends, all of that. You need to be more mindful about what you post. You need to edit your privacy settings and things of that nature, because you have some people, and some of these are people that you know personally, some people that you have relationships with that you cut off, but you still like got them following you on social media, or you still follow them. You need to cut that off. You need to block them, because they are manifesting negative energy on your pictures and your posts and everything, as they are watching you on the timeline and everything, and they even go to your page to like just basically send you negative energy. And some of it is mindless, like some of it is just them like having negative feelings for you deep down that they have too much pride to address, or even communicate to you or whatever. But yeah, you got some snakes in your grass, essentially. And you need to clean your social media. And like I said, cleanse yourself of toxic relationships, and cleanse yourself of toxic self talk. And also, as I said, better prioritize and balance your reflections. And as you do your meditations and seek the treatment, or whatever it is that you chose to, whatever suggestion that I gave that you choose to take from this video, if any, as you do that, you're going to start getting your own epiphanies from your own intuition, which is your vessel to communicate and hear from your spirit guides, your divine realm, and all of that. And it's going to make it clearer to you the ways that you have been cheating yourself, and the ways that you can effortlessly fill your own cup and redeem everything that you feel like you lost in the past. And so, child, I have milked this cow dry. And I hope that you are able to use it to the best of your abilities. And I hope that you have been both educated and enlightened. And I hope that you will do me a divine design and like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to bless my comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.